What's up, C Squad? Y'all, we are at the AMC theaters about to go see an advanced screening of The Air flick about Nike and their Michael Jordan, connection, history, origin story. So I'm excited to be here. It's an exclusive screening. Got an invitation and just excited to see what it's about.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a movie about sneakers and what changed sneaker history. So of course we had to put on a little something. So what you wearing today, Nigel?
Little fit check. So you see me, first off, we got the, the mummies. Stepping out like it's Halloween today, The mummies.
Dunks,
glow in the dark. We in the light right now, but if we was in the dark, you see some light. You know what I'm saying?
What else?
I got the jeans on, thrifted jeans, studded belt, you know what I'm saying? We got the Y2K Underground brand, not gonna shout them out because they're not paying me. Hard Rock jacket, Margiela bracelet. They said Margiela. All I see is numbers, and that's it.
And Nigel's doing a little more than I wanted to do. I was just talking about my sneakers, but sure, I got on the Supreme cap, a little Supreme tee, my man Andre 3000, cargos, and of course, the little Jordan 1 Chicago reimagined, lost and found. Class of, circa 2022, right? End of the year. But of course, the Chicago 1 is what's going to be featured in this movie. So I kind of had to wear these.
Hey, homage.
A little homage, a little connection to the story.
Yeah.
So let's see what's going on. I hope it turns out well. I think it's going to be a great movie.
I agree.
Let's see how it goes.
Ready.
All right, so we got the prerequisite survival kit for the movies. You gotta have that. Let's see what's happening.
So we just finished the movie, and what were your thoughts, Daddy C?
That movie, I think they did a really good job. I was actually talking to a friend as I text somebody right afterwards. They were like, how was it? And I was like, really good. And the good thing about it, it's got to be a good movie if it keeps you entertained and involved, really
Captivates you.
There you go, captivates, right? Because you already know how it's going to end. You know the ending before you even go in the theater, really.
Then it's like, you see the whole thing.
It's not a Michael Jordan. You know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the lead up to it was really cool, how they laid it all out, developing the people, like the major players in that story. Some people that, you may heard of, some that you haven't.
Right. And usually it's just like Michael Jordan.
It's Michael Jordan.
It's like so many people that were involved in getting him to where he is now. So that's what.
And his mom.
His mom.
Mom was the GOAT, right?
She
was
really
the true
was, bro.
G, the linchpin that made it all happen, really. But the story of, Matt Damon's character, Sonny Vaccaro. Sonny was really cool. Sonny, he bet the farm. Sonny was like,
bet everything.
I'm putting all my chips in, all on this guy. And it's just,
He put everybody's chips in.
Yeah, he did. The whole company, right? The CEO, Phil Knight, and everybody. But, to see how it played out for me, because of course nobody can see the future. And you knew Michael Jordan was going to be good. He's going to be great. But how big of a deal he was going to be. And then, of course, now Nike's the biggest that's ever done it.
Brand.
Yeah, they are the brand, right? In the space. It's just a lot. And also in the story, too, I like how they kept dropping in, all different principles. Because, Phil Knight was about his meditation and Buddhism. But, all of his, Nike core principles, they flashed a bunch of those on screen throughout. The job isn't done until the job is done.
Right.
And I can't remember all of them. I had to see it again. But, yeah, I thought it was just really well done.
It really was well done.
I know one big piece of the movie, one big high point for the sneaker lover, and the people that appreciate it was when the Chicago shoe, that prototype, they rolled it out. They said, here it is. Yeah, the reveal. So it was this is your shoe.
And that's the first time.
The Air Jordan.
That'd be your first time seeing that ever.
And hearing the term Air Jordan, right?
Right.
You seeing the logo, that Wings logo with Air Jordan on it, and you're like, what? Imagine the Air Nigel.
The Air Nigel. That's crazy.
And it's this is later going to become a major brand.
Wow.
Right. And nobody's heard of it, nobody's seen it, and everybody's like, Air Jordan.
Was that really a thing that y'all were thinking back then? Y'all were like, that doesn't sound too tough.
No, because, as the fans, right, you knew Michael Jordan, you knew Nike, they were in the space.
Jordan, y'all were like, that's hard.
Yeah, it was like, wow, what is, because the shoe at that time was so different than everything else. I mean, you saw in the movie, right? They talked about how the NBA only allowed mostly white shoes with a small percentage that was a color. So when the Chicago, like this was the first shoe of its kind. It had all this red and, you know, the black and you know, multicolor. So, I mean, I was young when it came out. I was probably, what, I think 84, 85. I was like 10. Yeah, so I mean, I didn't know all of that. I just saw the shoe. And when I saw for the first time, it was just like, Mom, can you give me this? And my mom was like, of course not. It's like whatever it was, $100, $80, whatever. I wish I'd have known then what I know now. Yeah, so, you know, it was just a pivot, a big piece of the story. And then, of course, you know, we know the history, right? Mike went on and killed it, and the Jordan 1. But then after all this buildup of him becoming the Nike, you know, player, Nike endorsed, you know, player, after the Jordan 2, when he like you know, sprained his ankle, sat out for a good while during the season with the injury, he almost left Nike. He was ready to leave.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah,
they left Nike, but this was after the movie, right? Right.
This was years later. Right. The movie, of course, they signed Michael Jordan, and the rest is history. Yeah. But in real life, after that time frame, right. The 1, then the 2, they went to, took a lot of inspiration from like Italian shoes and all kinds of different leathers and kind of, you know, really, I don't know, like they lost focus for a minute. Michael didn't love that shoe and almost left. Then Taker Hatfield became a designer at Nike and worked with Michael and sat down and got him involved in the design process. Then the Jordan 3 was born that kept him there, and he loved it. It's like one of his favorite Jordans in the lineup. Yeah, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all down the line. So anyway, great like origin story, kind of, you know, seeing how that all came into play and the competition.
It's inspiring too.
Yeah, big time.
Like the dedication that Sonny had, the way he was talking about Michael Jordan, it's like, wow.
He was a believer.
He was a believer, bro.
I'm like, man, I believe in my kids like that. He was like, everything you are going to be the greatest. You're going to be eternal. You're going to,
bro, I'm literally telling you, like, I see the future, bro. You're literally going to be the one, bro.
The one.
Like, you literally are.
So be the one with us.
Like,
right.
Bro.
We believe in you. That was crazy, man. So one quote that stood out from the movie, I'm not sure where it originated from, but he said, a shoe is just a shoe until a person steps in it. And that's something for sneakerheads. That's what I want to tell, you know, teach you, your sister. Like the clothes, right? The shoes. They don't make you make the thing, right? You make the shoe.
Like all this is right now, this is just a shoe.
Yeah, it's just leather and rubber.
Right. Until I put it on, then it's a part of me.
Right.
You really walking around wearing it.
You bring out
that's
greatness.
You, right.
Feel me? So that was a good one.
Remember that.
They also, what about that part? They talked about, he talked about the origin of the Just Do It slogan.
The origin of the Just Do It slogan. I missed that.
Oh, you might have missed it. He said, we may not put this in the video. It was like somebody that was like a prisoner that was about to be executed somewhere, some prison. And supposedly they were like, you got any last words? And he just said, just do it. And then somebody heard that and they passed it along and they said, we can use that for our company slogan.
That's terrible.
That's pretty terrible beginnings, right? Like, just do it. Got any last words? I got some last words. Just do it.
That's real though. Just do it.
And it turned into a positive slogan for the last like 30 years. It's been like Nike, just do it, right? Everywhere. What you think, man?
Man, I just learned a whole lot. Learned a whole lot of history, but it was tough.
It was.
Funny.
It was.
Fun.
Good acting. Good
what
script.
about you, Dak? Because I know that
was
I
big.
know you got some nostalgia all the way through.
First, all of the 80s, of course, we love that. But I think, I say 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I mean, it was quality.
It was tough.
Because you think, you already know the ending, right? Before you go into the movie. And then you learn all the backstory and the lead up to how it all happened. It was interesting, man. Kept my attention. It was funny, like you said. I think it was overall, like, good movie, great movie. I recommend it.
Everybody in there was drippy, too.
Drippy, 80s drippy. What do you mean, people watching the movie?
People watching the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was drippy.
Yeah, of course.
It was all fly.
Everybody's wearing Nikes. But good movie. I really enjoyed it. See the movie, man.
Yep.
That's
it. Fire. Thank you. Love you. See you in the next vid. Click that right now. Peace.